everybody. How you doing tonight? I hope you're all doing great. Uh, Hard to believe it's been a whole year, but anyway, I promised myself I wasn't gonna think about any more of that. It's been on TV all day today. Um, I'm gonna do a video tomorrow night with the lady that has the YouTube channel called Journey with Janie, and we're going to do it together. Then we're going to both put it up on she's going to put it up on her channel, and I'm going to put it up on mine. If it works. Not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but part of it's going to be hypnosis, I'm sure. And because that's what she is. She's a hypnotherapist. So I thought I'd tell you about that, and then I'm just going to read real quick tonight because, and I should have turned some air on in here. Every time I start to do a video, it's like somebody turns the heat up 20 degrees. It's spirit coming in. I had something happen. That's a story I'll tell really quick. You know, I talked about doing massage, and I had an office in my home because I had a corner house that was 100 years old that everybody had always wanted to see anyway, so it was a nice place to set up an office in after I did massage instead of going a block away from, the house was right in downtown El Centro. So rather than going and renting a place to do massage, which would have been a block away, I just did it from my home. But the room that I always worked in, anyway, when the first couple of years that I did massage, there was 2 times that I felt like I was in danger because I'm not going to go into both of them, but one of the times while it was a gentleman, or whatever, I don't know if I'd call him a gentleman, but while he was on the table, I started praying, and I asked the angels to come in and surround him and me, and you know, keep everything copacetic. And it worked, and it did. And he left. And that, talking about it getting hot in here was what I was talking about when spirit comes in sometimes. A lot of times when you hear people talking about, of course that's usually ghosts coming in, but anytime I work with spirit, I get hot, and the whole room feels like it heats up. And that's how I know my guides are helping me, and they're close by. And I want to thank them. But anyway, what happened that day, as I always used to go barefoot then, not in the massage room because, well, always, at that time I was always given massage barefooted because I went to a spiritual school, and we learned massage in a prayer room. But anyway, that's another story for another time. But anyway, so I invited the angels in to protect and surround me and take care of us, whatever, take care of the situation. And then he left, and then a couple hours later, I walked back in that bedroom barefooted, and the minute I stepped across the threshold, it was like stepping on a heater, an oven that was maybe about 250 degrees. You know, not hot enough to burn, but hot enough where it was like stepping onto a heater. And I first thought the minute it hit my foot is, what did I step on? And then as I walked into the room, the whole room was like that. And I knew immediately to thank those angels and tell them they could go, because angels won't come where not invited, especially if it's into your home or something. You need to invite them. And I had invited these angels in to surround and protect and keep the house and that room that safe and me safe. And after everything had gone all right, I hadn't thanked them and told them they could leave. So anyway, it wasn't that big a room. It was about 15 by 13. But the whole room was like that. The whole carpet, no matter where you stepped on it, because I walked all over. I was really curious. And so anyway, I thanked them for coming in and helping them and told them they could leave. And then I got busy, and then when I walked back in there later in the day, it was just normal. But anyway, I just thought that was thought of that story when I was thinking about how hot I get every time I'm going to do a reading. But anyway, I'm just going to do this real quick. Because I didn't want to take anybody's time, and I've already talked more than I was going to. You know how it's always came out in the cards of some woman that was taking Trump down. It was always, no matter what she did or no matter what we pulled on for the last 4 years, it was always some woman that ended up taking Trump down. So I wonder if that's this attorney from Georgia. And I think her name's Fani Willis, the one that's having the grand jury review some stuff on him trying to get them to change the election. So let's see if Fani Willis might be the one bringing Trump down. And I wasn't going to do this about Trump every night, but I don't know if any of us is really going to be happy till something's been righted here. To have a man come in and ransack our government and almost steal our democracy, and then almost start a civil war before he gets out of there. There has to be some kind of there just has to be something. If it was anybody else in the world, they'd have been in jail 1,000 times. I'm really interested to see what this Merrick Garland's going to find where he went in there tonight. That's going to really be interesting. That's going to really be interesting to see what Merrick Garland finds. And I got some new cards to do this with tonight. I think it's called Everyday Witch, but I love the size of them because they're tiny. When I bought them online, I didn't have any idea what size they were going to be, but I absolutely love the size of these cards. They're not so tiny that they don't feel like cards, but they're tiny enough you can shuffle them even though they're stiff. Get them going good, and you can love them. Love them, love them, love them. So, let's see, I think her name's Fani Willis. Is she the lady that's going to take Trump down? That would be something after waiting for Merrick Garland to come in and all this other stuff and everybody else that's been after him, then have her come in there and actually get it done. But let's see, will Fani Willis be the one to take Trump down? She's definitely good at her job. Good at her job. We got the King of Swords here, but it's a woman sitting on a throne. Look at this. Doing justice. Doing justice. Well, it might help if I... Here we go again. Doing most of this video without my microphone on, so I'm going to put these two cards right back on top so I can start all over again. I'm not going to reshuffle them because I already had that energy in there. So the first card up was the King of Swords, and with these it's a woman, so that's her. We're asked if she's going to take Trump down. She's definitely got the law behind her, and I'd say she's probably got a lot of goods on him, or this card wouldn't be there. Got the Hierophant right over it. We got the High Priestess at the bottom. So she's not only good, she's great at what she does. She may not look the part, but I have a feeling that she's going to come through. And I'm not putting her looks down, but you know how you usually see a man with glasses who's 70 years old, blah, 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 blah. But I like the idea of her being a woman. And she's very smart, and she looks at all angles, and she has help from above. She just has everything going for her. She's very sharp, very smart. Trump's worried about this. He's worried about it because it's going to be a grand jury, and to see whether they got the stuff to indict, and that way nobody can blame it on being partisan. We got the Hanged Man, but he's upside down, which makes him straight up. So the second I looked at it, I thought, oh, it's going to be delayed, and then I thought, no, it's not, it's upside down. So this is going to come forward quicker than we think. That's in the sky over the reading. And then we got her as the best investigator. We got the law behind her. We got that she knows everything backwards and forwards about what she's doing. She's got Trump laying awake, maybe not all night, but this is bothering him. This is definitely bothering him. I think they're going to get 2 indictments from the grand jury. The 2 of Wands. She's going to take her time and make sure that the job's done right. She's not going to get in any hurry whatsoever, because she knows that she's got the goods. Or if she proceeds forward with this, she'll have the goods. Let's see what's going to happen here. The Republicans are going to come at her like crazy. So and that's another reason she's going to take her time, is she knows she has to stay on high ground. She knows she has to take the high road and cross every T, dot every I, use every bit of punctuation and everything she can, because she knows what she's doing. We got the Hermit over here in the 9th house, and I feel like that's hopes and fears. And I wasn't reading on Trump, I was reading on her to see if she was going to be the one to take him down. She's just hoping that she can find enough evidence that she'll have all the goods, and they're doing a very deep probe for that. Wow. And we got the 10 of Pentacles for the outcome. So what I see here, when they dig deeper in this, I think they're going to find somebody that he offered money to. When they really start investigating him trying to pull these votes out of Georgia and put him in for himself, I think they're going to even find out that he, more than just talk, I think they're going to find something else. And it sure wouldn't be written or anything, but maybe another phone conversation or something where he literally was suggesting money to somebody. So is she going to be the one to take him down? Well, we got the 10 of Swords here, but this says everything is fine. And we're reading about her, so if everything's fine for her, is she going to be the one to take him down? I think she's going to have to be careful. I think she's going to have to be careful and protect herself. We got the 3 of Wands here. And then we got the Fool. So let me go back through these again and see what we come up with. This is the one deck. This deck is really neat. It's got 2 10 of Swords in it. And one's a regular 10 of Swords, and one says everything is fine. So I know everything's not fine with him, so maybe that's everything's fine with her. That is a woman laying down looking at a phone, looks like she's going to get threatened. She's going to get a, anyway, and then we got let's go back and start at the beginning. Smart lady knows herself. She's got the goods. She's got the law behind her. She's a miracle worker with the law. Trump's worried about this. Not so bad he's losing his mind, but he's losing sleep over it. He tries to delay it, but it doesn't work. She's going to have at least 2 indictments against him. She's going to take her time and make sure she stays on higher ground and everything is done right. When she looks into this, they're going to find a lot of hidden stuff, and it's going to have to do with money. There was even money offered in this bribe somewhere. Somewhere in this bullshit he was trying to pull, there was money offered. I feel like maybe her life gets threatened, but everything is going to be fine. She's going to be safe. Her information's going to come in that she's looking for. And this ain't her. So yeah, I think she very well could be the person that takes him down. I didn't see it. I was looking to see if there was some aces in here, and there wasn't, because I thought I might get a definite yes. If she's not, don't take him all the way down, she sure as hell kicks him down the first hill, and everybody else comes after him. If she does get him into court, is there going to be a conviction? I'm only going to draw 3 cards. Is there going to be a conviction? He's going to try to make a deal if he has to go to court for this. I don't know what kind of deal he could possibly be making, maybe to go away forever and ever. But there's going to be some kind... You know what? There was a deal made with somebody else. I think this is where the money's going to come in. There was a deal made. And they've got the goods. They've got some kind of paperwork on some kind of deal that was made. And this is to do with Georgia. And she's going to have a hell of a case against him. I think before it's all over, they're going to be making him an offer to keep him from going to jail. Some other kind of offer, some either jail or this or that, because they're not going to want to put an ex-president in jail. She could be the one that takes him down. I don't know. I was hoping that these cards would come out more precise, but I guess it's too early for them to be that precise. That's what I would say from the way they were coming out. Because I was using these cards yesterday to read for people personally, and I couldn't believe how great they were coming out. And the next one is are the Democrats going to get rid of the filibuster this year? And the reason I'm putting it this year, if they don't get rid of it this year, they might as well just wipe their asses and do what they usually do, which is not a whole lot. And believe me, I'm a Democrat, and I've never been a Republican, but I really get aggravated with them when they use stupid things to block things that I always feel like their donors wanted blocked. I'm not going to give up on that minimum wage deal. That was a setup to make the Democrats look like they had no choice when they had every 2 or 3 different choices and way to go around that if they'd have wanted to. They just didn't want to. The last, I did find out something today, the last wage increase went through on a defense spending bill. Nobody said anything. Who was it? the one they asked for the information. I can't think of what they're called. The parliamentarian in the Senate didn't say anything about that one when it went through with all that money for the military and to start wars and kill people all over. Nobody said anything about it, but they can't do this with... Anyway, shut up, Lynn. I'm shut up. So let's see what are they going to get rid of the filibuster this year? Are they going to get rid of the filibuster this year? Are they going to get rid of the filibuster this year? Are they going to get rid of the filibuster this year? Are they going to get rid of the filibuster this year? I know nobody really knows, and I'm sure Spirit doesn't even know, but let's just see what the cards say. Well, there's going to be a lot of talk about it. Somebody's going to try to baffle somebody with bullshit. You can't dazzle them with brilliance. Baffle them with bullshit. Those are the two sentences I've been trying to come up with, and I've been getting them turned around like crazy. So somebody's going to try to baffle and dazzle somebody with brilliance, or baffle them with bullshit here. They're not going to be honest with the people about it. However they decide to do it, it might be another, like this $15 an hour minimum wage deal. Some dishonesty going on there. That's the blocker. They just want to go away to smoother waters, and they're not going to go away to smoother waters till they get rid of that filibuster. They're just banging their heads up against the wall, and they know that. The past influence over this has just been totally... That's what's had our government tied in knots for the last 20 years. Ever since the Tea Party started getting in. They quit making deals across the deal. They're going to try to say they're going to be all inclusive and that they're going to help them or what. I don't know. They're going to try to make some excuse of why they don't have to get rid of it. But then this is good. This is in the future. We got the Justice card. So that's a good one. Because it's good because it's a near future card, so maybe they will do something about it. A lot of people laying awake nights worrying about it. I'm sure this is the people in the House and Senate that would like to get something done, trying to figure out what in the hell to do. You know what? It looks like Biden might back this. We got the King of Cups here. It looks like Biden might actually back this if they start pushing it. And it looks like they might lay out actually maybe try to get this out to the public, exactly what's going on and what has to be done. This is a precise card. This is the picture. This is what's going on. This is what's going to happen if we don't do it. This is, which is nothing. That wouldn't be too hard to explain to people. We got the Chariot for the answer, so I would be the most surprised person in the world. But I promise you that if the Democrats ended up actually getting rid of the filibuster before the end of this year, before December, the end of December in this year, that I'm not going to gripe about them at all next year. I'm not going to say one bad word about anybody if they end up getting rid of it. And it just sounds so, it's not impossible to do, but it sounds like it. But from these cards in front of me, it could be done. It's like first they're trying to keep people confused, but they got too many people that's coming through and telling the truth about it. How much smoother it would be to go away to somewhere else. Change the rules so they could get something done. It would stop all this bullshit that's been going on where nothing's going forward or anywhere. It would help the people of the United States. It would bring justice, more justice to our government. There's going to be a lot of people beat up on, the people backing this. But it looks like Biden may be the one backing it too before this is over. And if he can stay popular enough, that could help to get this through. It looks like they're going to explain themselves well, and then something's going to move forward quickly. So I don't think I would be the most shocked person in the world if they put this through. If they got rid of the filibuster before the end of the year. But I'd be a happy person. And like I said, if they do get rid of that before the end of the year, I promise you'll never, at least for 6 months, you'll never hear one word out of me about any Democrat, no matter what I think they're doing wrong. So anyway, I love y'all, and remember I'm going to do a show tomorrow with Janie, and if you want a personal reading, it's LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com, LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com. And I hope you're all healthy and happy, and I love you all, and bless you, and namaste.